Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So today we're taking a look at a couple of products sent out to me by an Amazon seller, Vintoney Deals, and this is a humidifier as well as a essential oil diffuser or aromatherapy device that the sellers actually sent out for review and basically just to check out. I have actually used very similar products in the past, so this is not my first experience with these types of devices. However, the good thing with both of these is because they require so little power, or because they're so efficient, it means that you can actually run these off a battery pack, and that's what I've actually done later in this video. As you can see throughout the packaging, it's all very simple. There's no real fancy packaging or anything. Everything that's here is basically essential, so it gives you all the details, the specifications, and some details in terms of how to actually use each particular device. Now with the humidifier in particular, you do get a few extras, so you get a few extra filters, the foam filters that actually siphons up the actual water in order for it to function, as well as with both of these you actually get the relevant cables. Now it's important to make sure that you use these correctly. So with the humidifier you cannot use any essential oils. The humidifier is intended just for plain water. Ideally you want it as filtered as possible as well to stop it creating any blockages or anything like that. With the essential oil diffuser, obviously this is not intended in terms of humidifying the room. This is just for aromatherapy. It's for spreading that smell all around your room and giving you a nice scent. Both of these have built-in LEDs or some sort of lighting effect, which does add, and obviously if you have a darkened room, it does look quite nice when both of these are actually running. The essential oil diffuser in particular, because of the sort of RGB effect of the colors, it does mean that when the oil is actually being diffused, it does create a very nice effect. Now both of these, as I mentioned, do have some sort of a light function. In order to activate them, you can either have them switched on with the light enabled, or you can disable it if you don't want that to be glowing. On the essential oil diffuser, I believe there's like 3 settings. On the humidifier, it has either a constant stream or it has the option of bursts, where it just bursts out a certain amount of water and then it will stop. Both of these have auto shut off, so if the water does drop below a certain level, then it will automatically switch off, so you don't have to worry about either of these overheating or constantly running when there's no moisture or water inside them for them to actually function with. Okay, so taking a look at the build of each particular type of device. So the oil diffuser, firstly, it doesn't have a screw on top. So in this, you just put in the water, you add your essential oils, you plug it in, and with this top, you essentially just place it on. Now with the humidifier, it is slightly different, where the top does actually screw on. Now I didn't try tipping this upside down or anything, but in terms of possible spillages, I'd say the humidifier is a little bit more resistant, simply because obviously it does screw on the top as opposed to just being placed on. Most oil diffusers or aromatherapy devices generally tend to have this top section where it just kind of drops on, so you do have to be a bit more careful in terms of not knocking it over for spillages. Now in terms of the actual build quality, both feel pretty nice. I wouldn't say they're overly premium or anything like that, but the build, the fit and finish and everything of them does both look good as well as actually feel good to the touch. There's no real cheap plastics there. Most of the surfaces that you touch, they are sort of thicker, chunkier plastic that won't actually just crack on its own. With the essential oil diffuser, if you've not used one of these before, you do need to make sure that between different scents that you do actually clean it out, otherwise you probably end up getting a mixture of older scents and it's not going to smell very nice. I did actually test this obviously in my home theatre room, and within, I'd say maybe 5 to 10 minutes whilst I was filming all this b-roll, all of the scent that I was actually trying to spread out had actually gone into pretty much all of the sort of fabrics and soft furnishings, and it did give off a very nice scent in terms of filling the room very, very quickly. Now one thing to note is the humidifier does have a warm glow, so it's basically just a incandescent type light contained within it. I believe they do also have a more cool white option, but this particular one that they sent out is more like a candle light, and when you enable the different lighting effects, it does almost look like a candle flicker. The essential oil diffuser, obviously, as I mentioned, it does have the RGB function. I believe there is an option where you can actually have it set on one static color, but I didn't actually mess around with it enough to do that. I do actually like it with the essential oil diffuser when it does actually just cycle through, because if it is in a dark enough room, then you do get that color sort of bouncing off the actual mist that is producing as well. Yeah, so overall, both of these products, I think for the price, are pretty good value. These kind of products tend to be around about the 15 to maybe £25 mark anyway, so these are priced right in between those. I believe they do also do a few rechargeable options as well, so I think it may only be for the humidifier as opposed to the essential oil diffuser. But like I mentioned, because these do consume so little power, if you did want to just make these portable, you could just connect them up to a power bank. I actually had both of these running off a single power bank when I was actually using them, or you could connect them to any USB outlet and they should work just fine. Anyway, that's it for this particular video. Once again, this was the Vintoney Deals Essential Oil Diffuser as well as Humidifier. Links for each will be in the description below, so if you are interested, obviously check that out. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe and also hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any new up and coming videos, and if you do have any questions, drop them down below as well. And until the next one, thanks very much for watching.